Chris Badger, Thomas Right-Wing Tribune. Facebook has enlisted a team from law firm Covington and Burling to advise them on combating perceptions of bias against conservatives. One minor detail: Covington and Burling is the firm of Barack Obama's left-wing former Attorney General, Eric Holder, Breitbart reports. Why it matters: the efforts are happening in response to allegations that the tech giant censors conservative voices and discriminates against minority groups. Facebook hopes the independent audit and formal advising partnership will show it takes these issues very seriously. So, to sum up, Facebook, a California-based company, has enlisted the same firm that is providing legal advice to their state against the Trump administration, through none other than Eric Holder, to advise them on combating perceptions of bias against conservatives. Eric Holder, possibly the most corrupt attorney general in the history of the United States of America. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to revisit the crimes and ideological inequities of our Attorney General, Eric Holder, a man who cannot force himself to say Islamic terrorist. When Holder served as Deputy Attorney General for the Clinton administration, it was he who engineered, under President Clinton's direction, the controversial grant of clemency that freed members of the FLN and Los Macheteros. They were Puerto Rican nationalist groups who wanted the U.S. out of Puerto Rico and had turned to terrorism in order to try and accomplish that end. He took that action over the strong objections of many career officers in the Department of Justice. Not the first time or the last time Holder has ignored or dismissed objections from professional career officers in the DOJ for his own or his master's political, ideological reasons. The 16 members of the FLN and Los Macheteros were serving time after a trial in New York City for bank robbery, possession of explosives, 6 murders, armed robberies, participating in a seditious conspiracy, and hundreds of injuries to innocent people. They had been found guilty and were put in prison. Holder also was busted during the infamous Marc Rich pardon. Marc Rich was an international fugitive who had duped our government out of loads of cash. President Clinton had pardoned this fugitive on the recommendation of Holder, his Deputy Attorney General. And for Clinton's own corrupt reasons. At that time, Rich was on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, accused of racketeering, defrauding the United States Treasury out of tens of millions of dollars, and trading with our national enemies. Almost immediately after Obama took office, Holder convinced the president to announce the closure of the military prison at Guantanamo Bay. The long list of corruption between Holder, Obama and the Clintons is well established, and that isn't even mentioning the fast and furious illegal activities. How these criminals can continue to walk free and continue to fleece America and get rich, is beyond me. Chris Badger, Thomas is a veteran who served our country as an Army combat medic. God bless. Bruce Johnson, Right-Wing Tribune. Be sure to follow us on Nation in Distress and America's Freedom Fighters on Facebook.